Hello, this is Marissa Foster with the Psychopathology Case Reflection 9.1. This case is regarding Lucy Johnson, a 19-year-old Caucasian woman. She's a college student. She's experiencing some depersonalization and derealization issues. The case starts off by asking what are some of Lucy's strengths. I see some of Lucy's strengths being that she's academically motivated and capable of completing her schoolwork. She's able to recognize that something's wrong, and the fact that she's reached out for help and makes the prognosis more positive. The case 912 asks if Lucy presents difficulties that are related to her prior history from a previous case in 5.3. I think yes, because her present difficulties are apparently histrionic, that she's had them throughout the past since she's 13. They've been carried forward into her current situation. When they happened before, it was caused by stress and overwhelming as well as far as family issues. And so I think she's experiencing some of that now as well, which is causing her to relapse into feeling depersonalization because she's at school and she's alone now, and she has no family support and no support at school from groups or any. She hasn't reached out to anyone on the faculty or the counseling staff at school. Let's see, her last noted episode was when her dad left her when she was 13, and she was alone a lot. So now that she's alone a lot, it seems like she might be relapsing into that again. 9.3, what is some diagnosis that you could rule out in Lucy's case? I would rule out dissociative amnesia because she has not had any memory loss. I would rule out dissociative identity disorder. There's no presence of more than one identity. There's no blank spaces or time gaps, so I don't think that would be a possibility. Ruling out, as far as what I know from what Lucy reported, it has her symptoms, and there's no drug use at this time. She's still aware that she's not actually in a dream, so I would actually rule out depersonalization and derealization disorder 300.6, just for the fact that she's not having all the symptoms of that disorder at this time. No time distortions, things like that. 9.4, what are some resources that would be helpful for Lucy? I agree with the report that she should see the student counselor at school to help her release the responsibility of her family and claim her own life, and to reconnect with her own life. That also possibly joining some social groups at school, that she can have some social support so that she doesn't feel alone. I would also suggest a checkup by a doctor just to verify that there is actually no substance abuse and no physical illnesses that may be causing some of this despondency that she's feeling. She may possibly want an antidepressant. She said she wasn't necessarily depressed though. She was just feeling neither sad nor happy, so just flat. So I think maybe just having her checked out by the doctor would help with that. Also getting her some social support as she started feeling better just by talking about her issues to someone. I think just do counseling first and see if that helps her. I was also thinking she could possibly get a student mentor to help her manage her schedule, help her work through her workload, and just when she gets stressed out, she has somebody who has been successful in school and knows how to manage it, and she could get help with that. Based on this interview, what would your current diagnosis for Lucy be? I would diagnose her with unspecified dissociative disorder, which is 300.15, code F449. Because she is detached and watching herself from outside of her body, nothing seems real to her. It feels like all people are like cartoons. She's feeling dulled, not happy, not sad, not depressed. She has no family support or feels alone, but yet she's still aware of reality and just feeling detached. No drug use at this time, as far as we know at this point. No time distortions. She does feel like she's going crazy and she's overwhelmed by school, work, family pressures, and just stressed out, in her words. So she does have some of the symptoms of depersonalization and derealization, but not all of them. And that's why I'm going to be going with the unspecified dissociative disorder, because she doesn't have enough of the other symptoms to classify her under that other category. So we're going with unspecified dissociative disorder. This is a fairly simple case, I thought. Like, it was very well laid out as to what was going on with her. I think there are some issues that didn't get touched on in the past, possibly, or it's just something she carried forward as far as family expectancies, some trauma that may have happened to her with being left as a child, being left alone, even by her sisters and by her mother. So she spent a lot of time alone, and a lot of different people in and out of her life. And so, let's see, I think I would just mainly focus on some personal counseling for her. I'm not sure if her mother would be open to counseling or anything of that nature, because she was making Lucy feel guilty for going to college, making Lucy feel guilty, saying, well, you think you're better than us. So I think there may be some resistance there if we try to attempt family counseling at this point. So I think I would just have Lucy focus on her and get her some coping skills on how to relate with her mother, how to let some of that guilt and shame go, and just get her the social support she needs. It doesn't sound like she's had much of that throughout her life, so she does need that, and get her back on an academic track, and because she really does have a desire to want to complete school, and just sounds like she needs some help to do that. So that's my diagnosis for Lucy in case 9.1 for psychopathology, session 10, online submission.